Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. Thank you, and to our special guests and fellow public servants. Magandang umaga ho sa inyo lahat. I had a very brief stay with ICI, Mr. Chair. But the one thing that I found out, there are actually only three players, main players yan. Yung mga korap na politiko, yung mga korap na mga bureaucrats, and we're talking about infra, ibig sabihin mga korap na DPWH officials, at yung mga korap din ng mga contractors. Lahat sila korap dyan. Lahat. And the way I see it, it has become a cottage industry, a livelihood program. Sa laki ng perang involved. There should be 5 major players. Yung funder, which usually yung mga lawmakers, the DPWH at yung mga contractors, local government at yung community. Pero in is out, yung dalawa. Last dalawa. So sila lang nag-uusap. Most of the time, when we ask them, bakit hindi kayo transparent sa records? Bakit hindi nyo ilabas? Ang lagi nilang sinasagot is, paano kung i-alter nila? Paano kung baguhin at sirahin kami sa social media? So ibig sabihin, anong mechanism? And that's the reason why we're pursuing this, itong transparency and accountability mechanism. And na-introduce nga itong blockchain sa amin. So pag in-introduce mo, sinabi mo na sa mga official na yan na, o bakit hindi nyo i-blockchain? Wala na silang rason. Kasi very weak yung kanilang alibay. Nasabihin na, hindi namin gagawin yan kasi baka nakawin. O kaya baka i-alter para sirain pa kami. So, it's a very weak alibi, pero may rason pa rin sila. May lusot sila. I was really surprised when suddenly I was asked, or there was a press conference, without even consulting me, calling for me, and it was actually a hastily arranged press conference. Then suddenly, binabanggit na doon na I'm not an investigator, I'm just a legal advisor. When in fact, sila naman ang gumawa nung designation na yun, legal advisor and investigator. So there were contrasting na mga pronouncement. Kakayanin ko pa yun eh. Tatanggapin ko pa yun eh. Tatanggapin ko rin na wala akong authority over the PNP CIDG, which is true. But we took the opportunity to enter into an MOU. Nakipag-MOU kami, to our initiative. Nag-MOU kami with PNP, with forthcoming yung sa NBI, with civil engineers, with IBP, mga lawyers. Ang dami mga volunteers. Even with structural engineers. Meron din with watch group with M4GG. Para at least everybody, it's a whole of the nation approach. Kasi nga overwhelming. One thing that I found out is, I anticipated that it's widespread. But the level, the depth, and the magnitude is really overwhelming. That hindi mo kakayanin ng 1 taon, 2 taon to investigate because it's in thousands of cases. Sabi ko nga, it became a cottage industry. Sa isang probinsya nga lang, sabi mo, isipin mo mga 50 ghost projects, 40 ghost projects. O kaya undocumented na mga projects, umaabot sa 9,000. Sa isang probinsya pa lang yan. Paano pa kaya sa ibang probinsya? At ang isang mga nakikita namin doon is, why is it na ang lumalabas sa NEP for a particular district, 1-point-something million lang ang hinihingi mo. I have the records. Or 2.5 lang sa president's budget. Then suddenly, pagkalabas doon sa GA, bakit umabot na ng mga 21 billion? And nakita namin na talagang prevalent yung doon, yung mga ghost and substandard projects sa lugar na yun. So what was the intention? No? Hindi naman tayo tanga. Nangyayari dito lumalabas na tanga ang Pilipino, kaya pabayaan mo na lang sila. Hindi na nila mapapansin yan. Nakakainsulto isipin. Nakakainsulto. Okay. Balikan ko uli yung press con na yan. Nilabas. And then, suddenly, tinabi na may conflict naman ako, being the mayor, and at the same time, being a member of the ICI. By the way, I'm not a member of the commission. I'm not a commissioner there. In fact, sila nga yung gumawa ng workaround nun. Na legal advisor investigator. Pero inis out na ako nun eh. Tinanggal na nila lahat. And then suddenly, here comes a below the belt naman na accusation. Na ay dahil merong project si Diskaya doon at maanomalyang tennis court. Ay, sobra na yan. Yun ang hindi ko matake. Di ba? Parang pinapalabas mo pa na korap ako. Ay, dyan na. Mag-aaway na tayo dyan. Ano? Sa unang-una, sabihin ko nga, kung bulok ba ako, lalabanan ko yung mga very powerful na tao dyan. Di ba? You have to make sure that you have the moral ascendancy bago mo labanan yung mga tao. Otherwise, masisira ka din. So nonetheless, I think I struck a nerve. No? I don't like to, expound further. Basta I believe I struck a nerve or several nerves na they panic at kaya ganun ngayon nangyari. So, I would like to end yung aking experience dyan sa ICI. But one thing that I can say is that there's no transparency. There's no transparency whatsoever. Nakita namin yan ni Secretary Vince. Tinago lahat. No? And they are just so comfortable doing it. They're not afraid. Imagine, hindi man lang nila naisip na paano ang taong bayan. Nakakainsulto pa. At ito nga, lately nga, sinabi pa na yung involved na congressman dyan, si Saldico, he did not abandon it. It was a sacrifice. My God! Nagdakaw ka ng bayan, kasi sasabihin mo, it was a sacrifice on your part. And it's not an abandonment. Ganyan na ba kababa yung standard natin sa Kongreso, Mr. Chair? Ganyan na ba tayo kawalang hiya ngayon? Manhid, di ba? Napaka callousness, hypocrisy. At nakaka-insulto sa mentalidad natin Pilipino. So from there, Mr. Chair, please allow me to read my position paper on why we're pursuing this blockchain initiative.
Go ahead.
This will just take about 5 minutes, Mr. Chair. Thank you for inviting me to share my perspective as a local chief executive and as someone who has consistently advocated for transparency, accountability, and integrity in public service. The core of our initiative is simple. The entire country has been in the public eye, nationally and globally, in another corruption scandal. Now, I would like to emphasize the word another, paulit-ulit, because it reflects how often we find ourselves repeating this painful cycle and how deeply rooted corruption is in our country today. It's structural, it's systemic, it's highly syndicated and well-organized, Mr. Chair. Tama na. Enough is enough. Every Filipino deserves systems that are not only efficient, but also inherently trustworthy. And with that, trust must be built on systems. I would like to emphasize that trust is the cornerstone of any institution. Baguio City has made deliberate steps to use digital tools to strengthen its governance and enhance public trust. And as part of our commitment to the open government partnership, I would like to inform you, Mr. Chair, that in the entire world, there are only about 160 local government units who are members of that OGP. It's a global network wherein follows a basic principle that local government that practices transparency, accountability, and strong citizens' participation are more progressive in terms of growth and development. And that's the reason why us, for Baguio City, we're a member of that. We strive to be a member of that. And in the entire country, out of the 1,400, almost 1,500 local government units, there are only 4 who joined the OGP. Hindi kami natatakot. Why? Sa transparency. Kung wala kang ginagawang mali, hindi ka dapat matakot. And that's why we're pursuing an open government policy. We're now partnering with Bayani Chain. Nakita niyo ho itong mga napakabatang bata. Itong dalawa ho. Yan, si Jello at si Alfred and Paul and the rest of the team. They approached me, we piggyback dun ho sa DBM para hindi ho kami gumastos. And one thing we told them is, make us as your value chain. Pag sinabi niyong Baguio City, then maraming local government na mag-strive also at, This partnership aims to strengthen public accountability, provide permanent audit trails, and promote participatory governance. And we are to go live 2 weeks from now. Magkakaroon na ho kami or next week, magkakaroon na ho kami ng capacity building today, and we go live on October 15. Yes.
Mayor, how long was the process from sinimulan niyo yung partnership till mag-go live po kayo?
Almost 1 month, Mr. Chair.
Only 1 month?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Wow.
Kasi yung titingnan mo, from a very layman's perspective, madali lang ho lahat eh. Ang pinakamahirap po is, yung mindset na, are you willing to open to be transparent, and to be to open your data, all this critical information, program of work, bill of quantities, contract, yung bid documents. Yung mga yan, yung mga critical na mga designs, yung binanggit nyo kanina, technical plans, are you willing to open it up? Us in the city of Baguio, we're very much willing. With their platform, we will work on digitally recording infrastructure documents, procurement records, and the city's ordinance for permanent traceability and auditability. So lahat, Mr. Secretary, as long as it does not violate the Data Privacy Act, we're going to open it. Why blockchain technology? Because it addresses weaknesses that traditional systems cannot. And I believe this is aptly and adequately explained by the 2 other presenters. Since we signed the MOA, we've been preparing the necessary documents and records that will be placed in the chain. And we are also conducting knowledge sharing sessions and training for our personnel so that this innovation is not only technology-driven, but people-driven. Kaya nilalabas na namin sa MANCOM meeting namin yan. And we are coming up also with pronouncements sa aming posts sa social media. And as I've said, both DBM and DICT started using blockchain technology in 2024. Nagpipigibak lang ho kami kay Secretary Mina Pangandaman. Thank you very much, DBM. And thank you very much for filing the bill, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much for filing Bill 1330. All these efforts show that we are not waiting for the future. And these are early steps, but they carry a very strong message. We're beginning to embed blockchain into systems because good governance should never be an exception. It should always be a way of life. So maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Mayor Benji. I know we'll be seeing you soon, maybe in another setting here in the Senate. Salamat po. I wish you all the best at sana po ituloy niyo yung investigasyon ninyo even outside of the ICI. Maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat. Thank you.
1 month.